me and welcome to my channel. My name is Veroosh and this is the main channel. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Today we're going to ask a pick a card question, and the pick a card question is, will this friendship turn to love? So if you have a friend, a platonic relationship, nothing has happened yet, and you're wondering, will this transform into a loving relationship? I'm going to answer that for you in just a moment. But first, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe my videos. We are up against a big algorithm, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be very thankful, and also your fortune will come true. So the second announcement I have is I want you guys to join me here as a member on my membership page. I just opened this yesterday. Finally, the transition from Vimeo to YouTube is here. I'm super excited for it. And thank you to everybody who subscribed yesterday. I truly appreciate everyone. I already have a pick a card video up there. The pick a card video for members only is the what will happen a year from now. So that's up already on the link, and you can become a member by clicking the little join button that you see right below or maybe right above on my homepage, and then in the description as well. Oh, here's a member. Hi, member. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's begin. I have my beautiful cards. You guys who get the horoscope reading, the year preview, know these cards well, because these are my very special magical Tarot de Baleine cards, and I only bring them out for special occasions. I was super happy with all your guys' subscriptions yesterday, and so I thought I'd come out and do this little treat for you guys. And I've been kind of hobbling around. I hurt myself a little bit, and I've been hobbling around to kind of get going, and here I am. Hello, hello. If you guys want to wait for the end, I do have a bonus message, pick a card, from the Hicks. Somebody left a comment, I think it was you, Rhonda, about Abraham. So here is my Abraham deck, and I will do another pick a card at the end, so once we're done. So for all of you who are watching live, who are sticking around to the end, that's your little bonus message. Okay, so today's question is, sorry this is long-winded, but will this friendship turn to love? It is timeless. You have option 1, 2, 3. Do you guys want crystals? How about we do a little crystal action? Let's see. How about we pick one? I have this beautiful piece of Palo Santo, which I've been burning. I'll put on my ring. This is kunzite. It's a variation of kunzite, and so it has a little bit of blue tourmaline in it. You can see it right there. This is a very fancy crystal. Doesn't look like much, but it's all for universal love. I'm also wearing kunzite right now. It's my gem of 2019, and the last crystal, as you guys are deciding, how about we use number 3 for Libyan desert glass. And look how beautiful. I'm obsessed. So here we go. It's a fire energy that we're reading under, even though it's timeless. So this is perfect. It's kind of like a fiery, spirited energy. So make sure to like and comment, and let's begin. So if you chose Palo Santo, okay, as your kind of thing that's drawing you in, Palo Santo is incredibly protective and very, very nice smell to your house. If you don't like a lot of incense, Palo Santo is your thing, because you can burn it a little bit, it spreads the smell, and it kind of consecrates the energy in the space. And then I just got excited because I got a new member, my friend Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, so enough is enough. Yeah, so the Palo Santo will consecrate and make sure that your space is okay. So let's take a look at number 1 first. Will this friendship turn to love? And oh, shoot, I forgot. This is such a messy beginning. Okay, so we have a second pick a card on the pick a card channel. It's linked down below, and the question there is a message for your ancestors. It's all positive there, so all positive messages today. Okay, so let's take a look at your message regarding, for number 1, will this friendship turn to love? The first message, banger, to 2 of Cups. So you're already in love. Okay, so you're already in love. Okay, both of you. 8 of Rods, messages coming quickly, number 33. And the Death card. Ooh, something's about to change. Feelings are about to be revealed. This is the card of Scorpio. These cards have different astrological associations because they were created before the modern astrological associations were put into the cards. So this is a replica of the original deck because the original deck is much older. But so just for those of you who are curious, 2 of Cups is no longer Venus in Cancer. Now it's Moon in Libra. That's the 2 of Swords in a modern deck. We have Venus in Cancer here, 8 of Rods, which is Mercury in Sagittarius for a modern deck. And here Death becomes Jupiter and Mars Jupiter. That's the little symbol that's drawn in the side. We know the Death card is Scorpio, so there you go. Okay, so make your thought. Okay, so hold on. So I feel as though if you've been waiting on confirmation and you've been waiting to hear that the other person loves you, that the other person feels the way they do towards you, I think you're about to hear it. There's a lot of positive energy that is building up, and the levee is about to break for all of you Led Zeppelin fans out there. But yeah, so I feel as though there's going to be a change, a very drastic change in which somebody's not going to be even able to contain it anymore. They're going to say their truth. They're going to speak their wisdom. They're going to say how much they love someone. You, presumably, or maybe you're the one spilling the beans. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so let's see your clarifiers. We have the 6 of Rods, okay, victory. So you've already won if you chose number 1. Then you have the Magician. Things moving very, very quickly. The Magician is ruled by Mercury, in part. The next message is the Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Okay, so I feel as though somebody is taking a risk, and I feel like somebody's taking a risk. It's almost like the other person is gone out of their life, and in the last like ember of light on a day, somebody says, but I love you. And so that message gets carried through, and guess what? You have the Sun. So whatever circumstances are going on, things are about to turn around for you. You may have somebody on your side speaking on your behalf in order to improve circumstances. The person who's speaking on your behalf is like a very youthful energy, very like abundant and robust, very excited, not too much scathed. Like this person has never been really hurt by life, and so they're kind of fearless, and it's that kind of youthful fearlessness that they bring into situations. And I think that they see you coming, and they're about to change the energy with which they're working through. So I feel as though, yeah, this is total turnaround. Somebody's coming in with a lot of positive energy, and somebody was about to leave this situation, completely leave it behind, but I think that they see the positivity, and I think that it's going to be a massive turnaround. Okay, are you guys ready for your oracle card from the Romance Angels? Let's see. Your first message is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. You need some one-on-one. So whatever's been going on in your life, I feel like now suddenly there's going to be this relationship is going to require a pause from you. You're meant to take time off, take a long weekend, spend kind of the day alone together, make that connection and build that bond. So you have, the foundation is strong here, and you need to build on that foundation. So if you don't take care of your foundation within your relationship by separating yourself from the world and everybody's kind of interloking opinions and all these extra communications or conversations, then that relationship will erode. But if you take the time out to kind of protect yourself and protect your relationship and work on it, then I think that you're about to face a great turnaround, right? a wonderful, wonderful turnaround with many, many blessings in this relationship. I'm letting my nails heal. I feel like I have to apologize for that every time. But anyway, so there's a quick turnaround. Somebody is seeing your victory. Somebody finally, it feels like someone has known all along and the other person just finally got it. They finally understand it, and now everything is moving along smoothly. So that's number one. I hope you guys like that message. And let's take a look at number two. And remember, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe, and it won't happen to you. If it doesn't vibe for you, then choose another option. And I have my join button down below, and a second pick a card on the Pick a Card channel, a message from the ancestors. Sorry I have to repeat myself. People just drop in on the videos in the midpoints, so we need to just kind of remind them. Okay, so this is, I want to say hidden night, triaphane. This is triaphane. I'm so sorry, you guys. So kunzite has a couple different varieties. There's like a white version. This is triaphane. It's a white version of hidden night. And then there is kunzite, which is the pink one. And you can see the pink one right here. This is my favorite crystal, I would say. This is a crystal that is associated with good faith and luck, and good faith and luck in the world. It's very tied to Neptune and like the universal love towards humanity. And so this is the lighter version of the same crystal, except it's a giant chunk, and you can see here two little pieces of blue tourmaline growing. Yes, I have a little crystal farm here for you guys. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. Okay, so your first card is the Queen of Rods. She's a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Secondary transits in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Then we have the Last Judgment. Somebody's making a decision. I have a feeling that there's a parent or there's someone around who's making a decision about this relationship that is sort of influencing where this relationship is going. The next message is the Eight of Swords. I feel as though there's harsh pressure, Moon in Cancer, which is typically the Four of Cups in a modern deck. But we have the Eight of Swords here. I feel as though somebody is putting very intense pressure on this relationship. I feel as though this is an authority figure. This is someone who is, disparaging to, it's almost like a mother who doesn't trust the new boyfriend or girlfriend and is giving her opinion or his opinion if it's a father, an authority figure, just not really putting a lot of pressure in the situation, not being exactly sure which way to go. I think that there's a decision to want to be with someone. This is the Last Judgment. It's a big decision somebody's making about whether or not they want to escalate the situation, but I think that there's still a lot of things in the way. By the way, in the Eight of Swords, this is an older deck. Sorry again if I'm repeating myself, but sometimes people just watch one option. And you see here critique, it's in French, but that's like to criticize someone, critique, it's critique. And so the Eight of Swords represents that there's actually like somebody is faced with a predicament on how to make it happen. It's much less so about whether or not it will, but the real obstacle is in kind of like the practical side of things, of how to make things work. And I feel as though really trying to resolve any conflicts that were instigated in the formation of this relationship. As this relationship is forming, it's been messy, it's been here and there and everywhere, and I feel as though there's a lot of like loose pieces to clean up. Okay, so let's clarify. We have the Sun first. So the Sun, there's someone who you have a very high esteem for, someone who you love very much, who has, a thing to say about your life, and that has an impact on, which way you go or which way somebody's going. And so it makes it hard to kind of deviate away from it towards what you truly want. The next message is the Five of Pentacles. See that there is the Judgment. So the Queen of Wands is worried about money. She's worried about money. You won't make it. How are you going to pay for everything? Like, how are you going to figure this out? So it's not coming from a bad place, but I think it's concern. And that's why I felt it was apparent. It could be somebody else, but there's definitely someone who's worried about your well-being within the relationship, or they're worried about the other person's well-being in the relationship, and they're applying a lot of pressure. It's a very like fiery Queen of Wands sort of energy, you know. I don't think you should do this, blah, 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 you know, all that stuff. Then we have the Star, which is the realization that you do want to be together. It's the realization that you really, really are meant to be together. It's a really good connection for you and them. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is, I think this is Mars and Capricorn. So working really, really hard towards some type of outcome. I think that in this situation, the reality is seeping in. I think that the awareness of what's going on is seeping into your situation. It's just the problem comes in how to make it happen, how to implement it, and how to make it a reality. And so for the time being, please don't be upset, but I feel like one or both people are going to be spending a lot of time working towards, you know, waiting for a better time, waiting for an opportunity. So this relationship might get quiet for a little bit as the right time comes in order to say what's in your heart. Here is your next message. We have the separation message. You saw me, you know, do my thing. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So I feel like, it may not be like a full separation right now, but at least a little bit of emotional distance as you and they are trying to figure out exactly how to make this thing a reality. Remember, the Last Judgment is like a final answer. Here's your final answer. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. And so here's your final answer. So whoever's made that decision, they're stuck to it. It's not going to change. It's just a matter of time before they figure out how to make it right. Okay? So this looks like a serious relationship to me. It feels, I don't know if it's going to come together fully or if it's going to be kind of a lot of work and minutia, but I do feel like for now there's a feeling of separation, but that's because people have to kind of like clear out their stuff to be able to work together. Okay, so I hope that helps and gives you some good insight. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't, then it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I do have another pick a card in the pick a card channel. It's linked down below. I just published it today. It's a message from your ancestors, all positive messages. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. And let's go on to number 3. So let me know in the comments how you guys like the more succinct readings. I really enjoy doing them because, well, they're fun. They're fun, and you know, they're just, they get to the point. They say what needs to be said. I will still do longer readings, but I think this might be a good fit for us for now. So let's take a look at number 3. We have the Four of Rods. This is Venus in Aries. Okay, so the ultimate home, family. This is called the Society card here, which I would agree with. Again, in French, so don't mind the accents. And then we have the Five of Cups. The nice thing about these cards is that sometimes they have, so this card would not be necessarily considered the best card in a regular deck for love, but guess what? If you guys read French, I'm going to hold it up so you can read. Chances favorable à l'amour. That means for love. So yeah, good chances in love. Number 44, which is say in Chinese. So it's like say is 4, but it's also death, which means permanence. So I don't know, girl. And then we have the Magician. So I'm not worried for you at all. The Mage. What's going on for all of you guys? Suddenly everyone's in love, falling in love, catching feelings. So yeah, I feel as though there could be a little bit of an indiscretion between you and the person you're thinking about. There could be, not an indiscretion, sorry, wrong word, wrong term. There could be a little bit of a misunderstanding, an emotional misunderstanding between you and the other person. Somebody could be kind of put off by something someone said. I feel like there could be a slight, like, what were you going with this? There's a lot of feelings of vulnerability here, but I think that somebody's going to take the leadership role and very much, you know, kind of set the course of a positive direction, or someone else is coming in for you. Let's take a look, number 3. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is Venus in Virgo. Venus is about to enter Virgo in a couple days. So success, nice home, nice relaxed atmosphere, all those kinds of things. 6 of Rods next, which is Mars in Leo, so victory. I think that somebody thought that they could get out of this relationship whatever they wanted quite fast. So I feel like someone assumed you are friends, but I feel like maybe someone assumed like it was all in the bag, like everything was guaranteed. And so I feel like they approached a situation and they had like an eye-opener, like maybe it didn't come as easy. It didn't come as, you know, it didn't come as easy. It wasn't as easy to convince the other person, or they didn't get the exact answer that they wanted. So they're over in the corner sulking, whoever it is. Somebody is sulking, feeling bad. They were too aggressive. They were too, how do you say? They were too confident about themselves in a situation, and now they have to kind of calm down the ego. So the issue here isn't the relationship. The relationship is fine. The issue here appears to be the ego, which means that like somebody thought that they were Mr. Hot Stuff or Miss Hot Stuff, and they, you know, it's like, well, if you want a relationship, it's not really about being cool, is it? Here is the next message. You have the 7 of Rods. Somebody's defending their honor. This relationship is going to take a huge apology, or this relationship is going to take a huge apology or a huge kind of like going around in order to, somebody has to extend quite a bit of effort in order to fix the insult that had happened between people here. Now this could be very minor. You could still be, I feel like you're still on speaking terms, but like whatever had happened, it was like there was an insult in that, and so that insult needs to be addressed for this relationship to continue. There was a really good foundation for love. This magician here, ruled by the sun, has, you know, they have the capability in order to affect change, so hopefully they'll do that in your favor. And then you have the King of Wands, Sag, Leo, and Aries. There's someone who's very protective. And I'm thinking probably if there's a woman in this relationship, in this friendship, he's with her. And I feel like the problem that this relationship is about to face, I told you there's someone else that he calls a spade a spade. He's calling bullshit on things. And he's like, well, I'm not going to allow her to go through this. It could be a woman. It could be like a woman, or it could be on behalf of the man. So don't get that all confused. But this person is like and I do feel like it's a man on behalf of a woman, but for some of you that might be a little bit different. And so this person is kind of standing by the situation and saying, not on my watch, because I see how you treated this situation. I see the lack of gratitude. I see the lack of honesty and trust. I see the lack of fidelity. You know, you really went to party instead of show love, and that's a no-go. So if you're the person who kind of inferred something, said something, kind of low-key shade, or some kind of like, you know, assumption about a situation because your ego was so high, if you're on that side, then you got to get to it, because you're going to miss out on love, because this person's going to step in and be like, you know, not on my watch, a spade's a spade. But otherwise, I think that this is a wonderful situation. It started as a wonderful situation. And if you're the one who had been in some way offended, then know that like you have a good friend on your side who's not going to let you in a bad situation, and know that this person, whoever they are, is foolish for making that kind of inference towards you. There's just absolutely, you had something good, and it's like their ego kind of went so far left that, you know, it kind of messed up a lot of things. And you stood up for yourself, so congratulations. Okay, so let's see love cards. Unrequited love, yeah. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I think that's the crux of the situation. Somebody grew an ego, and they thought that they were Mr. or Miss Hot Stuff, and they have to giddy up really fast to fix this situation, or somebody else is going to come in and like cut it off really fast, because if their heart's not in it, it's like you got to kind of call a spade a spade. You got to name it for what it is, because it's going to show up again. That egocentrism is going to show up time and again in your relationship, unless they're humble about it and they say, oh, you know, look, I'm sorry that, you know, I did that. I was shy, I was embarrassed, I made a mistake, oops, you know. So this is more about explaining what happened with the Five of Cups, where this relationship is going. Let me just pick an extra card. Two cards fell out, let's honor them. So there you go. So I think you're getting yourself in a bit of a pickle here. Let me explain. I'm Polish, sorry about all the pickle comments. So we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning in your life. So I think this relationship will reconcile. But look here, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I really feel in this relationship that it's like the press of time. You got to get on it or you're going to miss the train. That's the bottom line. And I think that if you're the person who inferred all this, you need to apologize ASAP. If you are the person who was offended, then you need to figure out what's going on. I do feel like the offense happened because of self-esteem issues. So it's not necessarily that person feels bad towards you. I feel like I think that you're probably more woke to like heritage, like cultural issues. You know, maybe there's a difference in your backgrounds and your religious upbringing, you know, norms, and you're more aware of that. I think the person that you're dealing with may not be so astute. So you have to, if you want to be with this person, if this beginning was, you know, the thing for you, then you need to be receptive and welcome in the reconciliation, because both of you are about to face like financial and career time in which you both have to in some way put a lot of effort into your career, put a lot of effort into your finances, and this wonderful easy time is, you know, is going to come to, it's not coming to an end, but just like a little bit of a change. And so you won't have all that lax room that you have now. So on both sides of the picture, whether you offended or whether you were offended, if you want to be with this person, call a spade, take a page from the King of Wands. If not, let him protect you and, you know, carry on. So it wasn't unrequited love. It was all kind of awkwardness that happened, but I feel like there's going to be a makeup and a big decision about a makeup or breakup. But once he gets his hands on it, I tell you, he's not going to let shit pass. So if this is still going on, if you guys don't reconcile your feelings for each other ASAP, this person's going to come in and he's going to drag you out of there, you know, kicking and screaming. He's doing it for your best interest. He's trying to prevent, you know, a bad situation. So okay, so there you go. That is that. How is that, you guys? Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. If you don't, then it's not going to happen. And if it didn't vibe, then choose another option. I do have a second pick a card up now on the pick a card channel, message from my ancestors. Not mine, yours, but they're all positive messages. So at the end, and if you're doing time caps, just put one time cap for this, please. So I'm going to put these kind of, you guys can't really tell, so I'll pick random cards here. There's like a whole like little write-up for every single one. So choose 1, 2, or 3. Maybe one picture draws you in. The numbers are 50, 38, and 12. Okay. So let me read these for you. Are you guys ready? I'm checking in with live. Are you guys ready? Okay. So just a reminder, I just opened up my sponsorship on YouTube. For September, it's just I'm opening sponsorship on Vimeo and on YouTube. The only reason I'm doing that is because it was sprung on me that we can post videos on YouTube now for members, and it's way better than on Vimeo. So I'm transitioning for about a month or two to see how it goes. So I encourage you guys to join. It's much cheaper than it was on Vimeo. So I hope you guys join along. I already have a pick a card there. I did a pick a card for the members, all the people who joined yesterday. Thank you so much. And I did a pick a card on what will happen next year. So a year from now. Okay. So message number 1 is, so this is Abraham messages. Okay. So we have, by my attention to things, I am making choices. Here, I'll show you guys up close. By attention to things, I am making choices. Let me read it for you. I'll read it quietly. Okay. What people do not understand is what you do not choose. Sorry, I always mess up. Let's start again. What people do not understand is what you do not choose. I keep on dropping a word. What people don't understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. Make your choices by your attention to things. In this universe that is based on attraction, when you look at an unwanted thing, your attention is to it causes an activation of the vibration within you. And then the law of attraction brings more life into your experience. Okay, so that's number 1. Yay, Abraham. Okay. Number 2, I can't stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. I can't stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. Yeah, I love Abraham too, but very convoluted language, like very kind of like tricky, kind of like a riddle. It's fun. You cannot rid the world of things that bother you. You have to go to rid your vibration of things that bother you. You have to go to rid your vibration of things that bother you. And when you rid your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration, because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want. But you have to take small steps in it. I like this very much. So focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. You can do it. Okay, so number 3, here we go. Number 3, you have, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. Huge change right now. Okay, so people are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there. But because of, excuse me, again, let's start. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there. But because of their own contradiction to their own desire in the thoughts they offer about the subject every day. Exactly. And what other people say to you and what you believe. We get bombarded with so many messages. Oh my goodness. From other people, and their motivations are mixed. When you or their biases are mixed. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think of them, that means you are consistently matching the desires that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. Okay? When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think of them, that means you are consistently matching your desires that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, Only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. So focus on what you want, you guys. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. And make sure to like, comment, or subscribe, or it's not going to happen. And I hope you guys join me with memberships here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye.